Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. Jai Shriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to my spiritual master, Srimad Jagat Guru Sudarshan Acharya Ji Maharaj. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sri Ramanuj. I pay my obeisances to Mother Lakshmi. I pay my obeisances to Lord Sriman Narayan. I pay my obeisances to the Purva Acharyas, and I pay my obeisances to the 12 Alvas of the Sri Ramanuj Sampradaya. I welcome all of you to the Sri Narayan Dham, here physically in Durban, South Africa. I welcome those that's watching this discourse live, locally, nationally, and internationally. And I welcome those that's going to be watching this discourse when it is posted in the various groups from around the world subsequently. Our topic continues on the three Gunas, and we stated its importance at inception, that if one understands the workings of the three Gunas, or the three modes of material nature, then one can understand relationships between husband and wife, children and parents, employers and employees, humans and animals, plants, reptiles, insects, and basically anything that exists in the material universe. So getting a good grasp of the three modes of material nature is one of the first steps to self-realization. If you understand the three modes of material nature, then self and God realization will come in a verse. We also are stating that Sanatana Dharma is absolute science, and the absolute scientists are the saints and sages who experimented through deep meditation and found all the information that is required through practical experience, and they noted this information in the Vedas. And therefore, Sanatana Dharma is absolute science. And we always state that modern science is catching up with absolute science, or Sanatana Dharma. Remember, modern science only has capacity to see the gross universe. Modern science only has the capacity to see the gross universe. Sanatana Dharma, the scientists of Sanatana Dharma, our great saints and sages and rishis and seers, had capacity to see both gross universe and subtle universe. Gross and subtle universe. And this is why we say modern science is relative to absolute science, as they do not have capacity to see all the elements of science. They only see the products of the subtle elements in the gross form. They only see the end products of the subtle elements in gross form. So they cannot see a huge coconut tree inside the coconut seed. They cannot see a huge coconut tree inside the coconut seed. Our scientists, the absolute scientists, can see that huge coconut tree inside the coconut seed. So who is absolute and who is relative? Modern science is relative to absolute science because it can see the coconut tree only, and the coconut tree itself is relative to the coconut seed. And when the tree was not manifested in the seed, our saints and seers knew the composition of the tree that is within the seed. So inside the seed is a subtle form of the blueprint of the coconut tree. Are you understanding? Modern science have not found out how to see the subtle science that is within this universe. And as a coconut tree has a subtle blueprint within the seed, everything that exists in this universe has a subtle blueprint before it is grossly manifested. Everything in this universe has a subtle seed before it is manifested. You understand, Sita? Understand? Okay, Sita, understand. What the Guru just said? In the tree. Sita understood. Alright. So, this is why I say it is absolutely important to learn the three gunas. Because the three gunas is the seed that combine and become the blueprint of material nature. And various permutations of these three modes of material nature as per your karma. And I stated in my last discourse on Sunday that inserted in your consciousness, each individual has a Sita meter. And right now Sita's meter is in Tamogun. Where is Sita's meter? Tamogun, because she's sitting in a Satgun Satsang and the mind is in Tamogun. So in Tamogun you'll always give the wrong answer to Satgun. So what the Guru is saying, she's given the opposite answer. So if an answer is opposite from Satgun, then you can easily see that the person is in Tamogun. See how easy it is? Sriniva, you can see Sita is today in Tamogun, sitting in a Satgun Satsang. Alright? And it is perfect and absolute science. Okay? So I want to keep it a bit simple today, because Sita is in Tamagun. When she comes in Satgun, then we'll go a little bit more deeper. Alright, so now I'm catering for the devotees in Tamagun. Anyone else in Tamagun with Sita? You, Amita?
Yeah, sleep mode.
Alright. So let's see now, Sita. Those humans that come from the previous birth in animals, those humans that come from previous births from animals, we identify in terms of the three gunas as well. In terms of the three gunas as well. So I'm going to say, Sita, if you are always in Tamogun, let's see which animal you are in your past life. Alright? Those that's in Rajogun, let's see which animal you are in your past life. And those that in Satgun, let's see which animal you are in past life. Alright? So a human can fluctuate from Satgun to Rajogun to Tamogun, vice versa, in between. But an animal is born and lives in a specific mode of nature. You understand? An animal lives in that mode of nature. So the evolution of animals coming up to human depends on your karma and the balance of karma for you to take a human form. When your karmas are almost equalized, then you come through the system of, if you are an animal, then you will eventually come to the level of a cow, a lion, and Sita, a monkey. Cow is in Satagun or mode of goodness. Lion is in Rajasic mode, and monkey is in Sita, Tama. Alright? Then all those of you that are seated here, and those that's watching, and those that's going to be watching, those that are still eating meat, those that are Rishis don't eat meat, those that are still eating meat, that tear the meat from the bone, they come from the lion. Those that are born in families that attend satsang or go into satsang, and if they were animals, they come from cow. And those that's hopping from satsang to satsang, hopping from here to there. Nadira, I'm not referring to you. Okay? That always from this understanding to that understanding, from that understanding to that understanding, who is not still, who cannot find peace in stillness, in understanding one, and this is not about spirituality or religion, just living. And if you are hopping from thought to thought, what hops from tree to tree, Sita? So if your thoughts are hopping from here to there, from there to there, from there to there, oh yeah, in your last life, definitely you are there. Not you, Boya. But if those people you see, all of you understand? So the three gunas, or or the modes of material nature only fluctuates in the human machine, in the human body machine. And the reason it fluctuates in the human body machine, this human body machine is a via medium. Via medium to go, either to go up is Satagun, or you get people, Sita, if you want to just say from end to end is a river, and you jump into a rowing boat and you want to cross from this end to that end. And the rowing boat got a small hole underneath. And as you are always in meditation or trance, you close your eyes and you rowing, and you rowing, and you rowing, and you rowing, Sita. And you are rowing. And after many, many hours have passed, you open your eyes, you have not moved. You have not moved. Then you are in Rajogun. You stay on this same level. Depending on your karma, you will be given a particular body in the next lifetime, but on this earthly plane. And if you are in Tamogun, then you will go. Alright? Absolute health, no disease, happiness and pleasure is found in Satgun. When you are in Satgun, there is no disease. Why there is no disease? Why, Dana? Because in Satgun, all your cells are in a positive vibration. Disease is when part of the cells start vibrating in negative. The cells start vibrating negatively, that is called disease. Disease starts in Rajogun. Disease starts in Rajogun because it is off, the vibration of cells are off, and it gets very, very serious in Tama. So if you want to be healthy, Rishi, in what guna you must be? Sorry? Satgun. And in Satgun it is pure spirit. Not material, spirit. Not nature. I'm not on nature. When I talk to you, we are on the spiritual platform. Either material or spiritual, but on the spiritual platform. Okay? All of you understand so far? So if you want to have a healthy life whilst living in this universe, you must be in. When you are in Satgun, you won't need Amita. Amita will be out of a job. Alright? So Amita is wishing more people be in Tamo and Raju. So she can make a killing.
Taking the business away.
Okay. And whilst we talking, Amita had a question. What was the question, Amita?
I wanted to know, I read that a lot about Maya and illusion. and how that keeps us ignorant of God. So I wanted to know where that ties in with the three gunas.
Okay. So Amita had a question relating to Maya and illusion, and how it is connected to the three gunas, and how that illusion keeps us away from God. That's your question? Or ignorant of God?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically Maya is the energy of God that is a material energy of God at creation we have the crystal clear energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the form of, and it's called Vasu. Yeah. It's called Vasu Deva, and it converts with material consciousness, it converts with material contamination, and it is called the material ego. It's called the material ego or material identity. It is from this material ego takes three divisions. Three divisions. From Saptagun of this ego, the mind is born. From Saptagun of this ego, the mind is born. From Tamogun of this ego, the intellect. Understanding so far? So this ego or identity is a combination of the three gunas. Ego is a combination of the three gunas. It's the energy of God. When these three gunas, through the material identity, the five elements are born from Tamogun. Five elements being space, air, fire, water, and earth. Okay, so the mind is born in Satgun, which means that the mind in its absolute state, in its original state, is in Satgun. The intellect is in Rajogun, and all the elements, the five elements that found in material nature, is in Tamogun. When these material nature, all these elements in material nature combine to form your body, it already has various permutations of the three gunas inside. When this body is formed around the soul, the influence of the three guna, which is on the body, influence of the three guna, which is on the body, influences the soul to believe it is the body. The three gunas, in proportion to your load of karma from the previous life combine and forms a body around the soul, and the influence of the three gunas together with your karma influences the soul to believe it is the body. So if you have the body of a rat, you will believe you are a rat. If you have the body of a cat, you will believe you are a cat. If you have the body of an elephant, you believe you are a elephant. When you have a body of a human, you believe you are a human body. Human body, and it is at this point of influence that we call Maya or illusion. Okay? It is false. There are people that have come up with false philosophies wherein they are interpreting Maya as this entire universe. And they say this entire universe is false. This universe is not false, it is temporary. Universe is not false, it is temporary. This universe is not an illusion. It is not an illusion, it is real. All the elements exist. Your body exists. You see? If Bhabhi give you a smack, will you feel the pain? As long as you feel the pain, it is real. Right? But in the night, when you fast asleep and dreaming, and Bhabhi gave you a slap in the dream, will you feel the pain? No. Right? So that is an illusion because it is a dream. But this, Namita, every aspect of the material universe is real but temporary. Real but temporary and not an illusion. Not an illusion. So, when we say this entire universe is Maya, we mean it is the power of God. Maya is the deluding power of God, which through the combination of the three gunas impels you to believe that you are a body. Let's see why this question is relevant. When you are in a dog's body and you believe you're a dog, can you rectify that situation? Our two dogs in the back, although their names are Ram and Sita, will they ever undergo self-realization? Will the Go-Matas ever undergo self-realization? Will any animal or any living entity beside a human being can undergo self-realization? No? Is it? No. Only human can go under self-realization. Namita? Any other living entity? So if there are 8.4 million species of life, and only one species of life can undergo self and God realization, and if God is the absolute supreme designer, then what is the human body meant for? What gun you are in? Okay, Sita is back in Satagun because she stated that if the only reason God designed a human body, because only the human body has capacity for self-realization, then the human body must realize God. Alright? Somehow, the power of Suddha Sattva in the satsang impelled her in a few minutes from Tamagun to Sattva. Okay? That's a practical understanding of the modes of material nature. Alright? Now let's examine what we're saying again. Only the human body has capacity for self-realization. And the uniqueness of the human body is self-realization. The uniqueness of a fish is to sleep in water without going on its side. It can remain buoyant and sleep in. The uniqueness of birds are that they can fly from place to place using very little energy. Do you know, Rishi, that a bird can fly from here to Russia? Okay? Simply on its wings and very little energy. How much it will cost a plane to fly, Rishi, from here to Russia? You understand? So that's the uniqueness of a bird. Similarly, the uniqueness of this human body is to use these three gunas to evolve up until the time you can come into self-realization. Nothing else, Rishi. Nothing else. Self-realization and nothing else. Your karma, with the combination of the three gunas, Rishi, left you that you are the. What it left you, Rishi? That you are the body, Rishi. Alright? You have been light, Rishi. These three modes of material nature and your past karma lied to you into believing that you are the body. So now the Guru told you the truth. What do you intend to do? You see? After discovering this huge lie at the age of, sorry to say, 20? Is it? 44, alright? Three gunas. Let's see. When he said 44, he was in Rajogun. He was self-conceited, ego. Alright, self-centered. Alright. And then he went, when his wife looked at him, he went straight from Rajogun to Tamogun. One look with the Maya Shakti. And Rishi landed in Sattva. You know? Where those looks take you, huh? Alright? So Rishi, what are you going to do about the truth? Sorry? I can't hear. You've been lied to for 50 years that you're the body. Now the Guru said you're not the body. The three modes of material nature and your previous life karma made you believe you are the body. And the Guru said, you are not the body, you the soul. So what action you going to take with this information? You got realized. You see, you're going to high school, you have to go to primary school first, self-realize, or Rishi realize. Rishi realize. Alright? So you need to come and see me tomorrow morning, Rishi. The Guru will tell you how to become self-realized. So if you are not this body, you see, you are the soul, then this body does not need cigarettes anymore. Because you are not this body. I'm talking to you and behind you as well. And on the right hand side of you as well, old man, on this end. You are busy smoking in Lizware, behind Lizware's house today. And I'm talking to my tabla player as well. If you are not the bodies, is it necessary to smoke? Rishi? Is it necessary to eat meat? Because this body is given for self-realization. Have you realized? Have you come to some realization, Rishi? Alright? So you'll come and see me tomorrow morning and give me dates. Rishi? Coming to see the Guru, special appointment. Rishi? Coming to see Guru tomorrow with a special appointment. Anyone else is joining Rishi? Anyone want to come in that special appointment? Nadira, you come in? You got an appointment? You working? Okay, alright. Nadira will come some other time. Nadira, don't want to scare you. You came after so long and Guru is given from so many regular people, Guru is catching you. Alright? So have you understood so far, all of you? That you are not the body, you the soul, and only the human body has a mechanism for understanding that it is not the body, it is the soul. All other 8.39999 million species do not have the capacity to think, I am not a dog, I am not a cat, I am not a tree, I am not a snake. Only the human body has a mechanism to think, I am not this body, I am the soul. All of you understand? Are there any more questions? Any questions? So what you need to do to this body, all of you that seated here, what do you need to do with this body? If you are understanding, if you have come to an understanding that I am not this body, I am inserted in this body to animate it. To animate it. That is my only function in this body. Simply to animate this body. After this body has taken an X amount of breath, my load of karma that I carried from the previous life into this life, as soon as an X amount of breath is taken, then that karma for this body is over, then I will have to leave this body. You see? When my load of karma, which is converted to the number of breaths, has expired in this body, then this body will become useless to me. I will have to go find another body as per the load of karma of this lifetime. Of this lifetime. You like that, you see? That cycle continues like a marigold. Okay, leave the marigold plant. See your plants outside. What's the name of the plant, Dana? Everlasting. What a beautiful name, you see, your plant has. Everlasting. So every time we take a seed from that flower and we plant it, it becomes another tree. Then it becomes a flower. Then it becomes a seed. Then it becomes a tree. Then it becomes a flower. Then it becomes a seed. Then it becomes a tree. So that is what is happening with every soul in this material universe. That cycle is continuing. And every time you become a tree, you think, hey, this is my only life. You think, this is my only life. So I must make the best in this life. I must get married. I must have children. I must go out to parties. I must enjoy this life. When I die, I don't care what happens to the next life. Doesn't matter what the Guru is saying. I'll sort it out when I die. Doesn't matter what the Guru is saying. I'll go home, I'll have a puff, I'll eat my meat. That is called pleasure realization. Why do I need self-realization? I'll sort it out when, Rishi? At death. Alright? And this is the illusion or Maya that Amita spoke of. Because you'll never sort it out, the cycle continues. Seed, tree, flower, seed, tree, flower. And it has continued for 155 trillion years in this cycle alone. In this cycle alone. So this is why you have a Guru. This is why you have a Guru. And let's see what Lord Sri Krishna says about the Guru and the three Gunas or modes of material nature. So I'm reading from third canto, part 1. I'm reading from the third canto, part 1 of the Srimad Bhagavatam, translated by Swami Srila Prabhupada, text 31. So, Uddhava was a great devotee of Lord Sri Krishna, like Arjuna was his friend and then became his devotee. Uddhava was his great devotee, and he spoke in the Srimad Bhagavatam. He spoke to Uddhava and he gave Uddhava transcendental knowledge, okay, which we can also call the Uddhava Gita. Sometime in my life, if I have time, then I'd like to do the Uddhava Gita and show you its relevance to the Bhagavad Gita and the rest of the Vedic text. So, just before leaving, Lord Sri Krishna speaks to Uddhava, and I'm just reading this one text to conclude this discourse. And this is what Lord Sri Krishna is saying in a quote in text 31. He is saying, Uddhava is not inferior to me in any way because he is never affected by the modes of material nature. Therefore, he may remain in this world in order to disseminate specific knowledge of the personality of God. So if a guru is disseminating transcendental knowledge, then he has to be above the three modes of material nature. And I want you to understand that there are 4 divisions according to the 3 gunas in material nature. The Brahmana is in Satgun, the Kshatriya is in Rajogun, and the Vaishya is in Rajogun. The Kshatriya is in Rajogun and Satgun. The Vaishya is in Rajogun, and the Sudra is in Rajogun and Tamogun. Alright? So these four societal orders is placed within the parameters of the 3 gunas. In fact, everything in this universe is within the parameters of the 3 gunas. Alright? But a bona fide spiritual master is superior to a Brahmana, because a Brahmana exists in Satagun, which is still within the 3 gunas, and a bona fide spiritual master exists outside these 3 gunas in Sudasa. Do you understand, all of you? Are there any questions that you have? You happy with all what the Guru has stated today? Very happy? Yes. So if somebody is troubling you, Nadira, then you must work out in which guna they are. Somebody is troubling you too much, you must know they in Tamogun. If somebody is only thinking of themselves and not thinking of you, Nadira, then they are selfish, they in Rajogun. And if somebody is caring for you selflessly and not worried about themselves, then they in Satgun. Those that are in Tamogun, you must not fight with them, because it is their karma that they are there, and you must have compassion for them. That they are suffering in ignorance because it is their karma from a previous life, and you cannot change them, you must pray for them. Okay? Those that are in Rajogun, that are self-centered, maybe you can talk to them because they are not totally ignorant. And say, you know what, don't be selfish, share. Don't be itself is share. And if the person doesn't want to share Nadira, you can't do nothing. Just pray to Lord Narayan that one day that person can share. And if the person is in Satguru, then just give gratitude to Lord Narayan. See how easy it is? I'm using Nadira's name, but I'm meaning everyone. Okay? So when you see your children go totally off, they in Tamagun, same children can come in Rajagun, same children can come in Satguru. You don't have to have different children in different groups. You see? You understand? How many children you got in Satguru?
3.
Hey. Look at how confident Rishi is. You see, unfortunately, all of us dads here, we cannot say that, alright? Alright? And Rishi, if you got 3 children in Satguru, you have to commit yourself to the spirituality and not the material spirituality, because if you are in the material spirituality and you have 3 children in Satguru, what gun you are in? Tamogun. Because too much of material spirituality makes you sleep. Isn't? And imagine 3 children in Satguru and you materially spirituated in Tamagun. So where you have to be? Because God gave you a gift of 3 children in Satguru. And you must take care of the gift that God has given you by you remaining in Satguru. So what time tomorrow? It always comes back to you, Vishnu. What time tomorrow morning? Jai Shri Manara.
Jai Shri Manara.